Hi guys, I'm Jennifer Souders and this is part 2 of my introduction. So I go to a small church in rural Oregon called Springwater Presbyterian, and it is a Presbyterian church. It is an old congregation, meaning that our church has been in action since the mid 1800s, and there's a lot of families that have originated in that church and still go there. So like I said, it's pretty old, but it's very nice. Our sanctuary has stained glass, and the east window is a scene of Mount Hood. If you're familiar with Mount Hood, it's a very lovely mountain here in Oregon, and it kind of matches up with our scene outside the window, so that's a pretty neat structure. We also have a ceiling that is painted with it's like a blue sky with some clouds in it, so it makes a very open space and it's really beautiful. So our order of worship, we start by a hymn sing, where people in the congregation get to choose whatever songs they want to sing that aren't necessarily in the worship service, and we sing those for about 15 minutes before the worship service starts. My mom is the piano player there, so they try to stump the pianist, meaning that they try to find the hardest song, but she always manages to play it, which is kind of fun. Anyway, so we do that, and then if you're familiar with Presbyterian churches, we're very orderly. So we start off with a word of prayer, and then we read a psalm and fill the baptismal font, and then we have our call to worship, which is either corporate, meaning that we do it together, or it is call and response. So that is generally the beginning. We sing a hymn, our opening hymn, and then after that, we have a time of corporate confession where we just read from our bulletin a confession that talks about various things to be confessing for the week. Usually they're pre-written. After that, we have a time of passing of the peace. So we go around the congregation and just say, "Peace be with you," to as many people as we can. We're a small congregation, so it's pretty easy to get through everybody. Then we celebrate birthdays and anniversaries. And after that, we have our sermon time, and that is where our pastor reads the lectionary for the week, and then we go into our sermon. After that is usually a special music, either from people in the congregation or from my mother. And then after that, we have our joys and concerns, which is a time for the congregation to really open up about different things that are on their heart, and we pray for them as a group. After our prayers and concerns, there's a time for a moment of mission, where we talk about different things that our church is doing in mission fields, or something that they're supporting. So we have about a 5-minute time to talk about that. Upon that, we complete church with a final song, and then a doxology and a closing prayer, and then we're on our way. So it's a very lovely time every Sunday. I think that one of the strengths of my church is that we sing our faith, we truly sing our theology, and I think that is wonderful. And from a young age, I have known all these songs, and it has really founded that deep compassion for people, and then also that passion for learning more about the Bible, and that is seen in our music. So that's one of our strengths. I think we are participating in every aspect of our worship service, and like I said, we are a small congregation, but that's kind of the beauty of it, is that everybody has a place. So anyway, that is a little bit about my church and how we go about our Sunday. So I hope that that made sense. Thanks. Bye.